说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello, newbies. This is Chinese Pod coming to you from Shanghai, China, and my name is Ken Carroll.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
As ever, we have another lesson in spoken Mandarin for you. Jenny, tell us a little bit. Where are we today?
We're at the restaurant today and we're asking for some napkins.
Napkins. Yeah, okay. For some reason, I've always found this hard to remember, this word for napkin. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why it eludes me.
Well, let's look at it
Could
now.
maybe before we do, could you tell us what that word is as a kind of a preview? How do you say napkin?
餐巾纸,餐巾纸.
Wow. So 3 parts there. So the
Yep.
tones just are...
餐巾, 2 first tones.
Yeah.
And 纸, 3rd tone.
Good. So first, and third. So listen out for that, if you will. So we'll listen to the dialogue 3 times and then we'll come back and of course we'll take it apart and put it all together again for you.
好. Dialogue, first time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你。
还有吗？
有，给你。
Second time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你。
还有吗？
有，给你。
Third time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你。
还有吗？
有，给你。
So you may have picked up on it, but don't worry if you haven't. We always take a top-down approach here where we don't just explain everything. So we'll give you the rough translation now, and after that we'll get into a little bit more detail. So yeah, translation time.
有餐巾纸吗?
Do you have any napkins?
有餐巾纸吗?
Do you have napkins?
有餐巾纸吗? 有，等一下，给你。
Yes, we do have. Just wait a second. Here you are.
有，等一下，给你。
Yes, wait a second. Here you are.
有，等一下，给你。还有吗？
Do you have any more?
还有吗？
Can you give me some more?
还有吗？有，给你。
Yes, here you are.
有，给你。
Yes, here you are.
有，给你。哎，
Okay.
哎，
Ah.
哎。
Okay, now that's kind of confusing to me slightly at the end as well, why this sound appears, because it's just slightly different, let's say, the way it's used. But we'll look at that in a second.
Oh, how?
So we have this again because this is the key vocabulary, Jeremy. So
Yes.
what is this word for napkin one more time?
餐巾纸，餐巾紙。
Now, first, and third.
That's
now, I want to look at this if I can for a second. This means a paper napkin, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because the third part of the word
纸，纸
actually means
paper.
paper. Okay.
Yes.
So one more time, a paper napkin is
餐巾紙
good. You'll never forget that
Yeah.
now, I think. Now, so the question was, do you have napkins?
有餐巾紙嗎？有餐巾紙嗎？
Now, Chinese can be really efficient, and so here's how it works. The first word in the sentence is
有
yo, meaning to have.
Yes.
And then you have the word
嗎
at the end, meaning a question. So basically, this question, this is how it works. Literally, it's have napkins, question mark.
Yep.
There you go. So let's hear it.
有餐巾纸吗？有餐巾纸吗？
Good. Now, and because the verb to have is,
有
so in reply, the waitress says,
有
yes, I have. We have. Good. And then she says, just wait a second.
等一下，等一下。
等一下. Now, we won't overanalyze this. It means hang on.
Yes.
Wait a second.
Just a bit.
Now, could we hear it again?
等一下，等一下。
Now, you can imagine that in any situation where you're asking someone to hang on a second, you can just say,
等一下，
there you go. Now, when you hand something to someone in Chinese, you can say,
给你，给你。
给你.
Yes.
Now, literally meaning,
Give you.
In English, we're much more likely to say, here you are.
Yeah,
Or
but-
there you go.
But in Chinese we say 给你，给你
Literally meaning,
give you.
give you. Okay. Now, here's a really, really useful question.
When you want more,
Yeah.
you can say 还有吗？还有吗？
Now, again, we won't overanalyze this, but 还有吗? Now, it's the same yo as in to have.
Yes.
It means, do you have any more?
Yep.
That's it. Now, notice that the question is formed by putting the
吗？
at the end, right? So, one more time.
还有吗？
Now, in this case, of course, the chap is getting napkins. He wants a few more. But you could use this in a million circumstances where somebody's giving you something and you need some more. You can just say,
还有吗？还有吗？
there you go. How useful that is. I can think of a million uses for it. Now, she repeats and she says,
有，有。
now you can see the central importance of this verb yo to have. It's used in the question and it's used in the answer to have. Yes, yo. Chinese again is great that way. You could just use a one verb answer. You could just say, when do you have that? You can just say,
有
yo, I have, we have. And then she repeats this, here you are.
给你，给你。
给你.
Yes.
All right. Now, what is this little utterance at the end, the sound?
哎，well, basically, it expresses the exasperation. You're sighing. So I think each time the waitress gives him only one piece of 餐巾纸.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you want more than
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And no matter how many times you ask,
Yeah.
it doesn't get better.
So is he kind of, is this an indication that he thought she should have given him more from the beginning?
I think so.
Okay, there
But
you go.
that's the restaurant standard in China now.
Well, it is.
And
Standards are different.
Yes, and I think it's environmentally friendly,
Great point. So that's why they don't give you the napkins. Okay, good observation there. Let's listen to that 3 more times and we might have 1 or 2 more things to say about that.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
Dialogue, first time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你，
还有吗？
有，给你，
Second time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你，
还有吗？
有，给你，
Third time.
有餐巾纸吗？
有，等一下，给你。
还有吗？
有，给你。
Yeah, so restaurant etiquette is a little bit different. But one thing, Jenny, I noticed that service in restaurants has really changed in the last few years.
Yes.
You know, like 10 or 12 or 15 years ago.
When everything was state-owned.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get much service. You know, the waiters would be standing over in the corner looking out the window or something. And then you'd call them and they kind of waddle over you. But now, service has really radically improved. You get some great service.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you made a very interesting point that a lot of times these waitresses, they're kids, basically,
Exactly.
18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they can get a bit playful. They touch each other's hair or throw chopsticks or
And they're kind
toothpicks
of
at each other.
dreamy as well. You know, at that sort of teenage stage, they're kind of dreamy.
Yeah,
And,
but it's quirky. It's very personable.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and we remember the old, even we used to call it the bad service restaurant. That we used to, the team from Chinese Pod used to go to the bad service
To
restaurant
get the bad service.
to get the abuse. But mostly that doesn't happen. But you do get these young dreamy kids, and they're like, it's like, good morning, hello, good service.
You know, I once went to a restaurant
Yeah.
and the kids, they were chatting and they were slightly loud. So
Yeah.
one of them, she suddenly realized there are people,
Yeah.
there are customers dining. So
Yeah.
she went, shh, in the loudest possible volume.
There you go. Fun in Chinese restaurants. It's a great place to practice your Chinese. You've got some of the key language here today, and you know how to say napkin. You'll never forget how to say napkin because it's
餐巾纸.
good. Don't be like me. Don't forget how to say that. We hope that was useful.
And we will see you on ChinesePod.com.
Absolutely. So, 再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1146.
So just go to
www.chinesepod.com/1146
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1146.
1146.